Hello, my name is Dave Burke. I'm a realtor with Exit Realty in Hamilton. And the reason for this video is I would like to take a brief moment to talk about the different charts and graphs that are shown in the multiple listing service statistics section. And we'd start with this one called average days on market versus list price median. And you can see here we got the green line is the uh, days on market, or the days to sell. The blue line is the list price, the median list price. And you can see that in July of around 2020 that the lines cross, which would indicate, I guess, sort of a balanced market in that the days to sell and price optimize at about out 100 days at about $360,000. From that point, we had a uh, increase in the list price, as shown by the blue line, up through uh, June, July of 2024, where it looks to me we're getting the start of a downtrend, but that won't manifest itself for a little bit longer because that could bottom out and go up again. But it looks to me like prices might be coming down right now. And also, the green line shows the days on market. I'm sorry, the green line shows that the days on market, that's right, are going up. So prices are going down, days on market's coming up. So that would indicate to me that we're in a seller's market. And when you're in a seller's market, these are the kind of phenomena that you'll see in the marketplace. Okay, this next chart is a chart that shows a historic count of active listings. You can see that from about January of 2019 up through about July, August of 2021, that the number of listings was trending downward. And then from about January 2022, you can see the two trend lines there show that we have a rising trend of active listings, meaning that people are seeing rising prices and probably want to get out there and get their houses sold. However, right there at the end of July 2024, that could be a downtrend. It might bounce off the bottom trend line there, but if when things move out a little bit, we can see if we're actually getting into a downtrend line, which is sort of what is showing in the other charts that we'll be taking a look at pretty soon. Glad you're staying with us. We're going to look at another chart now, which is the historic sales by year. Uh, each one of these lines represents a 1 year duration, and it indicates by month the number of sales during that month in that year. You can see that in the purple line, which is 2020, you can see that that was a really good year, pretty much all year, and topped out at between September and October with 200 sales that month. But then you can see for most of the lines, by those red dotted lines, that the trend in the last half of the year is downward. And on the right side, you can see the little arrow over there that would show that number of sales has been declining, whereas 2023 and 2022 are at the bottom, looking to be at about 50 sales at the end of the year. The information for 2024 is not shown on this graph, but I think would be sort of one of the check marks of a buyer's market coming up. Okay, the next chart is showing historic price sales trends. Single line, green line, which would indicate from January of 2014 through January 22, we've basically been in a rising market. You see it start to accelerate in June of 2020, and it looks like it's topping out about June, July of 2022. Since then, it looks like, according to that red line, that we're getting into a downward trend where the median price is dropping down to around 530,000, which I think you'll see at the end. We'll show a chart that will indicate that that would be the price average price range for that area of the market. This next chart could be kind of confusing. It's a bar chart that basically shows the historic sales by price range. And you can see that the tallest green line there is the price range of 400 to 500,000, and that is in 2022. Blue is in 2023. Purple is in 2024. But you can see, according to the red line from there and off to the right, that we're in a downtrend line. And all of these price ranges from 400,000 up to about maybe 800,000. And then when you get up into the million plus price range, the trend gets a little inconclusive because uh, prices in those ranges people buy on impulse or just because they need it. They're not necessarily affected by the economy. But these would indicate that we're in a downward trend, indicating we're starting to get over to a buyer's market. On the left side, trend is somewhat inconclusive as well because in the lower price ranges, people may not be as sensitive to price trends because the prices may be uh, inexpensive enough where you can purchase what you want when you want. This next chart charts the difference between list price and closing price. And I think you'll see this phenomena reflected on many other charts following this, in that typically the list price and the closing price are usually, or the list price is usually lower than uh, the list price is usually higher than the closing price. And I think these are level lines in a trend because that trend is the same regardless of what price range you're in. So you won't see a accelerating or decelerating market trend in that area. This next chart is the months of inventory that's available. And again, you can see from about 2019 through 2020, we had a pretty volatile market. Prices were going up and down pretty dramatically, but then in 2020, we dropped off down to inventory of 5 months. So at that point, then you can see with the red lines, we're starting an uptrend in the number of months of inventory available up to the point of June of 2024, where it seems like inventory was increasing because people saw prices increasing. They wanted to put their houses on the market. But here again, in late this year, 2024, we could see the beginning of a downtrend line where people are starting to feel that it's not worth putting your house on the market because we're starting to see prices start to ease off a little bit. So that may be important, and maybe interest rates have something to do with that. Here's another chart that shows the difference between original price versus the sold price. I think this is similar to the one we saw previously, where the ratio of listing to selling prices is typically parallel. But here, because June of 2024 seemed to be a pretty hot month, looks like we would have a downtrend in the sales prices, or the listing prices, whereas the actual sales prices are staying about the same. So this chart is sort of typical and borne out by other charts in the series. Okay, this is a line chart that shows the sale price versus the listing price. And here you can see that, as we've seen in 2 or 3 previous charts, that the percent of sale price is about 97% of what the list price would be. So that seems to be consistent across all price ranges. This last chart comes from the Realtor Properties Resource, RPR database. It's a little bit different than the MLS database, but here, looking at all the property types in the upper right-hand corner there, you can see single-family condo, townhomes, and apartments, that the basic statistics in the RPR system show that we're getting right down to a balanced market, and more so than what the MLS is showing. This is a statewide um, database, you can see that the average months on inventory is just about 5 months. The list is sold price, 97.3, which is bared out in the 2 or 3 different charts we saw, that the list price is always above the sold price. Median days on market here is 40, and median price is 595,000. So I hope these charts were interesting, and if we look at them again in a month, we'll see if there's any changes, and if some of the charts bear out the fact that we're in a downward market trending towards a buyer's market. Thanks for listening.